Hawks lose 5-2 to the Vancouver Canucks. The team who treated their former head coach terribly when going into a coaching change. Yes, today was the first day behind the bench for the Vancouver Canucks, Rick Tocchet, as he became the head coach just a couple nights ago. And today, the Hawks go into Vancouver and get their butts absolutely kicked in. No help for Peter Mrazek, and it leads to the Hawks not giving any effort in going into the offensive zone, getting opportunities to throw the puck on their former netminder and Colin Delia. This was a terrible effort by the Blackhawks. They gave zero help to Peter Mrazek, who kept the Hawks in it, and it was just blatantly obvious the Hawks had no momentum, no life, and no heart in this game. The PK stood strong. It was the only thing working for the Hawks tonight, as it went 5 for 5 on the penalty kill tonight for the Blackhawks. The Canucks going 0 for 5, that's not good. Hawks going 0 for 2 on the power play against the worst worst penalty kill in the NHL. That's not a good number to go on. And then shots per period, 6-21 in the first period for the Canucks. 4-14 to the Canucks in the second. 4-13 to the Canucks in the third. Total shots on net, 14-48. Vancouver Canucks. That is a recipe for disaster any night, and you are not giving any help to your netminder by constantly playing in the defensive zone. That is the problem. The Hawks have been doing this nightly now. I get it. We came off a winning streak the other night where we lost to the LA Kings. In a similar fashion, Mrazek had no help, and the Hawks couldn't do anything. The night before, they beat the St. Louis Blues, but they're not getting opportunities to go in the offensive zone. It was the fact they were able to chase Jordan Binnington that game. They weren't able to do anything tonight offensively. It was a terrible effort. It was a horrible play, and that's how they lose this game. So let's get into the stats of the game, shall we? In the first period, it was the Hawks who got on the board first, but it was the Vancouver Canucks getting early power plays to start. They got they basically started off with a 6-minute power play because the Hawks went to the penalty box early twice. McCabe took a penalty, went to the box like 30 seconds into play. Came out of the box, Hawks go right to the penalty box as Steph Jones gets a high sticking call for 4 minutes. And that's 6 minutes in the box. All our stars who play high offensive numbers right there sets you off to basically half the first period of play gone for opportunities for Kane on the ice, for other players who have scoring touches like Domi or after to see you. They're already on in the penalty box because they can't get onto the ice because they don't play on the PK. That's a terrible effort. So the Hawks kill it off. They play hard, stuck in the defensive zone. Mrazek standing on his head. And, well, Hawks get an opportunity at 17:48 in the first period, scored by number 88, Patrick Kane. His 9th goal of the season, assisted by number 82, Caleb Jones, and number 13, Max Domi. Hawks take a lead, 1-0 over the Vancouver Canucks. This goal by Patrick Kane was a beauty. He gets the puck onto the blue line, and he blasts it down the ice into the net, bar down. Hawks have a 1-0 lead. Vancouver tried to press and tie it. They weren't able to. So it's 1-0 Hawks after 1. We go into the second period, and Vancouver continues to press the Hawks and continues to get anything onto Mrazek to try and pepper him to get a goal. And it leads to a goal because they were peppering him and gets a rebound. At 7:02 in the second period, Kuzmenko with his first of the night, 20th of the season, assisted by Mikheyev and Pedersen to make it a 1-1 game. Hawks were able to answer quickly at 12:06 in the second period, scored by number 24, Sam Lafferty, assisted by number 6, Jake McCabe, and number 4, Steph Jones, to get the Hawks their 1-goal lead right back. But it doesn't last long. This goal by Laffy was a beauty. He gets into the offensive zone. Luke Phillip, who was playing his NHL debut tonight, comes down, gets into the zone where he could receive a pass by Lafferty if he chose to. But Laffy shoots it 5-hole on Delia, and we're on the board. We lead 2-1 over the Canucks. But the Canucks continue to press, and Kuzmenko with his second of the night, 21st of the season, assisted by Pedersen and Shin at 15:47 in the second period to tie it up 2 apiece. This goal was a tip-in by Kuzmenko, and the Hawks are tied, and that is it. The Hawks can't do much anymore. Vancouver has all forms of momentum. They continue to press the Hawks into the defensive zone, leads to the horn blowing. A couple fights also to mention happened in this game. First period, Murphy fought Dreers, and then Domi got into a fight after seeing Joshua laying out Patrick Kane. You don't do that to Kane. Domi takes revenge and gets called for 17 minutes by instigator, a game misconduct, and 5 for fighting. So we go to the third period, down Domi because he's serving a 17-minute penalty. At the third period, the Vancouver Canucks come out with all press. They were pressing the Hawks, can't get anything going. Vancouver continued to do what they were doing all game long. And, well, at 11:34 in the third period, Dakota Joshua scores his 7th of the season, assisted by Besser and Hughes. This goal was an interesting one because it led to a scary moment. We all thought Peter Mrazek was done for the night because as this goal happened, Domi laid a cross-check on Joshua, who went into the back of the legs of Mrazek, and we know Mrazek has an injury history, and the way it took Mrazek about 2 minutes to get back up on his feet. Mrazek stayed in the game for the remainder, and, well, 30 seconds later, at 12:08 in the third period, Dries scores his 6th of the season, assisted by Granlund and Miller. This was a empty net, basically, because Mrazek was out of position at 4 and makes it a 4-2 game. Vancouver continues to press the Hawks. Hawks don't have much to answer. They have a power play late in action. Paul Mrazek goes 6-on-4, and, well, empty net goal about 200 feet down the ice at 18:34 in the third period. Bo Horvat scores his 31st of the season, assisted by Luke Shin. Hawks were terrible tonight. They had no offense. They had no basically any life in this game, and that's how it was played out. Down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's action. The tank is clearly back on because the Hawks cannot score, cannot get any offensive zone time. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, the tank is back on.